Hey guys, so this is the third and final outline, and so let's get started. So there was the FLE chapter 3 from the textbook, and it talked about vision, so goals and objectives. That's what a vision is, and the vision describes what they want in the program what they want to accomplish in the program by focusing on the end result. Visions can be really big picture ideas. And the vision of programs like what we've all been doing, we have shared hopes and aspirations and dreams, that things that we want to achieve at the end that we hope people take with them. And program goals and objectives. I liked what it said from the book, that a good objective is clearly tied to the goals, should be specific enough to be measured, and usually describes some action or knowledge that the participant would gain by participating in the program. There's immediate effects that are outcomes, and long-term effects or impacts. And I know that for the workshop that I'm working on, we're trying to make sure that they can both not only have like some immediate effects on them, but long-term impacts, and that a lot of this won't affect them, that our information will affect them long-term. And then there's the FLE Appendix E. It's about ethics, and I thought there was like the relational ethics that focuses on the importance of relationships and interactions. Principles approach emphasizes principles to maintain healthy relationships. Virtue ethics, the characteristics to have to be a good FLE. In the professional ethics article, talked a lot about how FLEs can face difficult ethical situations. And I know that when I worked as a before and after school care worker, I had a lot of issues with this, because there were kids that would come out with things that were a little off. Sometimes it was borderline, should I report things, especially because there were times where they would talk about, like there was one kid that he already knew what sex was, and he was in like second grade, and it was really surprising to me. And just the things that people came off with, things that they knew at that age that they shouldn't have. And some kids were definitely afraid of their parents because they thought that they were going to beat them and everything else. And so there was a lot of things that it was difficult, because I wasn't sure if there were if they were real allegations, or just kids being kids and being scared, and if I should support, if they were real. Like, I knew I would have to report them because I was a mandated reporter. And so there's some difficult things. And then the code of ethics is the best way to monitor ethical behavior. And then there's the mandatory ethics, which are compliance with law and the code of ethics. And the aspiration ethics are being sensitive to their intervention or the welfare of others. In the Doherty article, the beginning was about like personal stories and sharing them. It's good to ask the participants and other people for their personal stories, as long as they're not causing more of a disruption than, like, they're hurting more than they're helping. Like, some people can bring up some unresolved feelings, or it could be a traumatic experience. You don't want to share those. You want to share things that follow more along with everything, but they're not gonna necessarily negatively affect everyone. And then there was the family involvement in that. There was like the level 1, minimal emphasis on the family, which there are activities in which parents and other family members are included for practical reasons. Information and advice, which you take the educational activities with family members and center it around content of knowledge of child development, parenting, and family life. And then there's the level 3, with feelings and support, and you embrace the activities and knowledge and skills of the previous 2 and add to them, trying to get in their feelings and experience of parents and family members to use as part of an educational process. Because I know personally I learn better when I am learning from other people, especially with some of like the parenting classes that I've taken on campus and stuff. I know I learn a lot more when I've had to learn from other people, because everyone else deals with things differently, and so they've got personal experiences and everything else that really reaches out to me more than just reading it in a book, because they're real life experiences. And then in the last article that I was looking at is the Myers-Walls article, just like going over the difference between family life education, family therapy, and the, darn it, what was it? It was the, oh darn it, I don't remember exactly what it was. But the last one, FLE goal is to help families build knowledge and skills. Therapy's goal is to help families repair relationships and functioning. And then the last one, the FCM, help families comply with legal policy systems and locate resources that all try to build strong, healthy families. And so I know that a lot of these, they kind of overlap, but they all do different things. I know there's been a lot of, like, there's times where FLE and therapy can kind of, you can get that gray area during FLE where people are trying to get you to help them in ways that you're not certified to do. And got a thought on, what was it? Like with visions. I know in our program we had, like, because we're focusing on pornography, I know that we were trying to make sure that we didn't overstep everything, and that our vision was that people would come in, you know, either knowing of someone who's had a problem or just wanting to learn more, and trying to see, you know, what steps can you take now to help prevent this from happening in your life, and how it can affect you, your spouse, society, your kids, pretty much everyone. You know, it's not just a you problem, it affects everyone around you. And so our vision was kind of just to hope that people get a better understanding of what a pornography addiction is, and how to help overcome it, help a loved one overcome it, and where to go to get help, and to know some of the effects on everything. Do I think that they'll take everything away from everything that we try to give them away from it? No, but at least they'll go with a greater knowledge of what they came in with. And so that just about wraps up everything. Thanks.